You've heard it 1,000 times. It's better to be feared than loved. But here's what they never tell you. The most dangerous leaders, the ones no one dares betray, didn't rely on fear or love. They built something deeper. They engineered need. You think fear is power? It's not. It's gasoline. Burns hot, then it's gone. You think love will protect you? Love is fragile, mood-dependent, emotional weather. But need is elemental. When people need you, they will crawl through broken glass and thank you for the privilege. Machiavelli saw this long before psychology caught up. He watched kings fall, tyrants collapse, empires crumble, all because they ruled with fire instead of gravity. Fear gets you silence. Love gets you applause. But need gets you obedience in the dark. When no one's watching, when there's no reward, no threat, just the instinct to protect the hand that feeds. The elite rulers didn't demand loyalty. They made leaving feel like suicide. You weren't just betraying the leader, you were betraying your own identity, your future, your place in the world. That's the first real move. Make your absence feel unthinkable, not by yelling, not by threatening, but by becoming irreplaceable. Give access, status, protection, emotional shelter, things that can't be found elsewhere. Then slowly tighten the valve. Let them taste the rare wine, then take the bottle off the table. Now they're not obeying, they're orbiting. Look at the most untouchable CEOs, influencers, politicians, the cult leaders who never had to lift a finger. They didn't command attention. They made people crave it. They didn't say, "Follow me." They made following feel like belonging. You want to create loyalty that doesn't crack when things get hard? Stop making people feel lucky to be around you. Start making them feel dependent. Start with a favor no one else would offer. Something private, something bold. Maybe you back them in a room where everyone else turned their back. Maybe you offer them an identity they never had until you showed up. Suddenly, their self-worth is linked to you. Now, every step forward they take is on ground you built. Do it twice, 3 times. Each time, bigger, then pause. Let the silence stretch. Make them wonder when the next offer's coming. When people can't predict your generosity, they don't just want your approval. They obsess over it. Predictable kindness creates comfort. Unpredictable kindness creates addiction. That's what casinos figured out. That's what social media mastered. That's what cults ritualized. Keep the rewards coming just out of reach. Keep them wondering, keep them chasing. Give them just enough to stay close, but never enough to feel secure. Let them do the math in their heads. What did I do right last time? What can I say to trigger another win? They'll start shaping their behavior to please you, not because they fear you, but because they need the fix. Now they're molding themselves around your presence. You didn't ask for loyalty. You just became the only place their identity felt whole. Want to bind someone for life? Don't give them rules. Give them secrets. Share something personal. True or not doesn't matter. Whisper it. Make it exclusive. Now you've built a wall between them and everyone else. They're not just loyal now. They're initiated. There's no going back. Every cult, every closed circle, every secret society, same principle. Us versus them, inside and outside, privilege and exile. The line between those worlds? You. And once someone's inside, they will protect that access like a dragon guarding gold. The magic isn't in the favor, it's in the feeling, I was chosen. Once you've triggered that emotion, people will bend their ethics to stay chosen. They'll justify anything, because leaving you means becoming ordinary again. That's the psychological lock, and here's the genius move. Never call it loyalty, call it trust, teamwork, Legacy. Let them feel like they're the ones in control. Meanwhile, you're tightening the net. You don't threaten. You don't beg. You create rituals. Small, consistent acts that keep them connected. Weekly check-ins. Insider updates. A closed group. A late-night call. A custom handshake. These aren't casual. They're psychological anchors. Every repetition, another strand in the web. You don't need to make them love you. You need to make them feel known, seen, safe, essential. And then one day you pull back. Not out of anger, just absence. Just a pause. Watch how quickly they reach. Panic. Rationalize. Apologize. Because now you're not a person. They've built their stability around your presence. That's what real Machiavellian mastery looks like. You've turned your relationships into a silent economy. Emotional supply and demand. Invisible debts. Ritualized gratitude. You don't hold power like a sword. You wear it like perfume. Subtle, intoxicating, unforgettable. You didn't chain them. They chained themselves. And they won't even see the leash. Now you've got loyalty, but raw loyalty is unstable. You can't just collect followers like trophies. You need loyalty that evolves, loyalty that adapts, loyalty that survives pressure. That means one thing: you test it. Start small. A change plan, a missed call, a moment of silence when they expected a spotlight. See who leans in and who leans out. The loyal will seek understanding. The opportunists will seek exits. Tension is your X-ray machine. It reveals the structure beneath the smile. The ones who falter when you're quiet. Those are your weakest links. And they're a threat. Not because they'll attack you, but because they'll abandon you right before the battle. A chain isn't stronger than its weakest link. A chain is a liability until it's reinforced or removed. So remove, publicly if needed, quietly if that's smarter. Either way, make it clear, betrayal is not punished with rage. It's punished with erasure. No drama, no speech, just gone. Your core will notice. They'll feel the vacuum. They'll whisper. And in that silence, loyalty deepens because they'll realize you protect the circle. You don't just demand trust, you maintain the ecosystem. This is why secret orders, special ops, and ancient tribes all built rituals of testing. Loyalty that costs nothing is loyalty that means nothing. The price gives it value. The sacrifice gives it weight. If someone wants in, make them prove it. Not just with praise, but with patience, with action, with contribution. They should bleed a little before they earn a seat, because once they do, they'll protect it with teeth. And here's the real twist. The deeper someone earns their place, the more they fear losing it. Now, they won't just obey you, they'll police others for you. Loyalty becomes contagious, cultural, self-reinforcing. You won't even need to give orders. Your people will watch the edges, guard the tone, defend the values. Because the world you built is their mirror, and to lose you is to lose themselves. That's when you move from influence to institution. You set systems, rituals, standards. Your power isn't in your presence anymore. It's in the design, a culture that breathes your strategy. Legacy isn't about being remembered. It's about building something so rooted, so disciplined, that even when your face disappears, your fingerprints stay on every move. Codify the code. Define the symbols. Make every act of loyalty a step in a path only you designed. Every reward earned. Every position fought for. Every recognition public. People protect what they struggle to get. Think of it like this. You're not building followers. You're building disciples of identity. People whose sense of self is now tied to what you stand for. Remove you from the picture and they still move the way you taught. That's the final form of power. When loyalty stops being about you and starts being about the story you created. You're not their boss anymore. You're the origin myth. From there, expansion becomes effortless. The legend travels. People who never met you speak your name with weight. Recruits don't need convincing, they need qualifying. And when they finally get in, they act like they've touched fire, because everyone around them carries the heat. This is the trap Machiavelli set that few ever saw. It wasn't about ruling through fear. It was about building a machine that runs on human need, then becoming the only mechanic. So you want lasting loyalty? Don't ask for it. Design for it. Build it into the rhythm. Let every step they take with you feel earned, meaningful, and costly to undo. Eventually, leaving you wouldn't feel like rebellion. It would feel like amputation. And that's when you've won. That's when you don't need fear. You don't even need love. You've made yourself necessary, not just today, not just while you're strong, but forever. So test them, elevate them, watch them. And if they fail, let them go. But if they stay, if they adapt, evolve, defend, protect, then reward with silence-breaking clarity. Let them know you've been seen, because no one forgets the first time the mountain nodded back. And when you vanish, because you will, leave behind more than whispers. Leave behind a world so tight, so intentionally woven, that your absence becomes the proof of your brilliance. They'll still follow, even in the dark, even in silence, because true loyalty doesn't die, it replicates.